Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Smart English Talk, where learning English is fun and easy. I'm James.
And I'm Emma. Hi to all our friends listening today. It's so great to be here again.
It really is. I always look forward to our time together. How are you today, Emma?
I'm doing well, thank you. But James, I noticed something. Look at your hair.
Oh, no. My hair? What's wrong with it?
It's a little wild today. Very long and messy.
Yes, it's in my eyes and over my ears. I feel like a little bear.
A friendly bear, of course. But actually, this is perfect for today's topic.
Really? What's our topic today?
Today, we're talking about visiting a barbershop and a beauty salon. All the words, phrases, and tips you need to feel confident.
Perfect timing. I definitely need to learn these words.
We'll cover haircuts, styling, and even self-care for your hands and feet.
Self-care? I like that. It's all about looking good and feeling good, right?
Exactly. And before we start, friends, if you enjoy learning English with us, click the like button and subscribe to Smart English Talk. It really helps us.
And don't forget to share this video with a friend who might need a haircut or just loves fun English conversations.
Okay, James, I think it's time for you to get your hair sorted. Are you ready?
Absolutely, Emma. Let's start with the barbershop.
For men, we usually visit a barbershop.
And that's different from a beauty salon, right?
Yes, a barbershop is mainly for men. The barber is the person who cuts men's hair.
Got it. And for women, it's a beauty salon.
Exactly. And the person who cuts hair there is called a hairdresser or stylist. They also do coloring and styling, but a barber usually focuses on men's haircuts and sometimes beard care.
So I walk into the barbershop. What do I say first?
First, you ask if you need an appointment. Popular barbers are very busy, so it's better to call ahead. You can say, "I'd like to make an appointment for a haircut, please."
Appointment? Makes sense. But what if I just want to go without calling?
That's called a walk-in. You can just go and see if the barber has time. Some barbers welcome walk-ins, but if it's a busy day, you might have to wait.
Great. I like walk-ins. Less planning for me.
Once you're in, you sit in the barber chair, which goes up and down so the barber can work comfortably. They put a cape over you to protect your clothes from hair, like a superhero getting ready for action.
Love that. And then what happens?
The barber will ask, "What would you like today?" Or, "How do you want your hair?" This is when you tell them your preference.
That's the hard part. I never know what to say.
Don't worry, you can use simple phrases. If you want just a little cut, say, "Just a trim, please."
Trim. That's cutting only a little, right?
Exactly. It usually means cutting only the ends to make your hair look neat and tidy. You won't lose length, so it's safe if you're nervous.
I think I need more than a trim today. I want it short.
Then you can say, "Short on the sides and a little longer on top." That's a classic style that many men choose.
And they use scissors or machines for that.
Yes. Scissors are for longer hair and detailed cutting, while clippers are for very short hair. Clippers are electric and make a buzzing sound. If you want everything very short, that's called a buzz cut.
Oh no, I don't want a buzz cut. I want to keep some hair.
Then maybe a fade is perfect for you.
Fade. What does that mean exactly?
A fade is when your hair is very short at the bottom near your neck and gradually gets longer as you go up. It looks modern, clean, and stylish. You can also combine it with different lengths on top, depending on the style you like.
Sounds great. And my beard, it's wild today.
Don't worry, James. The barber can also give a beard trim to shape your beard or even a full shave if you want it completely clean.
I think a beard trim will do. I want to look tidy, but still keep some hair.
Perfect. That's the barbershop experience. Simple, effective, and social. You might see people chatting about sports, local news, or sharing stories while waiting. It's a friendly environment.
Really? People actually talk in barbershops?
Absolutely. It's a very social place. You can even practice small talk in English if you're learning the language.
Wow. I feel much more confident now. I know what to say and I understand the tools and styles.
Yes, just remember trim, buzz cut, fade, beard trim, appointment, walk-in, barber chair, cape. These are key words to help you navigate any barbershop.
I'm ready. This afternoon, I'm going to the barber and I'll ask for a fade, a trim, and a beard trim.
Perfect. You'll look fantastic. And remember, bringing a photo of the hairstyle you want always helps the barber understand exactly what you need.
Got it. Thanks, Emma. Now the barbershop doesn't seem scary at all.
That's the spirit. Once you try it, you'll enjoy the experience and feel confident every time you visit.
Emma, for women or anyone, visiting a beauty salon the experience is relaxing, fun, and sometimes even a little luxurious.
Relaxing? How so?
Well, first, they wash your hair in a special salon chair that leans back over a sink. The water is warm, sometimes scented, and very gentle on your scalp. Many salons even give a head massage while washing your hair.
A head massage? That sounds amazing. Almost like a mini spa experience.
Exactly. It helps you relax and feel refreshed. After washing, they use a conditioner to make the hair soft, shiny, and smooth.
Conditioner? That's different from shampoo, right?
Yes, shampoo cleans the hair and scalp, removing dirt and oil. Conditioner moisturizes the hair, making it easier to comb and style. Some conditioners are also designed for damaged hair or to add volume.
I see. And after washing and conditioning, what happens next?
Then you move to the styling chair in front of a mirror. This is where the real magic happens. You talk to the hairdresser or stylist about what kind of haircut or style you want.
So, conversation is part of the salon experience too?
Absolutely. People often talk about life, work, family, or even hobbies. It's a great chance to practice English conversation if you're learning the language.
Nice. And what about the styling itself?
You can ask for a haircut, a blow dry, or even a hair color change. Some people want layers, curls, or a straight style. A blow dry uses a hair dryer and a brush to make the hair look smooth, full, and polished.
Oh, so that's what a blow dry is. I always wondered.
Yes. And if you want a hair color, you can ask the stylist to dye your hair all one color, like black, brown, or even red. Or you can ask for highlights. These are small sections of hair that are lighter than your natural color, which add a sunny, natural look.
Highlights. Like little stripes of sunlight in your hair?
Perfect. And don't worry about gray hairs. They look distinguished and elegant. Some people even choose to dye them silver or light gray for a stylish touch.
I see. So the salon is not just about haircuts. It's more like a full beauty experience.
Exactly. Haircuts, coloring, washing, styling, and conversation. It's a combination of practical care and pampering. Some salons even offer scalp treatments, deep conditioning, or special masks to make the hair stronger and healthier.
Wow. I didn't realize there was so much involved.
Yes. And while the stylist works, you can also learn vocabulary. Words like layer, trim, dye, highlights, conditioner, blow dry, stylist, all are useful in everyday conversations.
That's really helpful. And How long does a typical salon visit take?
It depends. A simple haircut might take 30 to 45 minutes, but if you're coloring, getting highlights, or adding treatments, it can take 1 to 2 hours.
So it's like a mini spa session?
Exactly. And it's not just about looking good, it's about feeling confident and refreshed. After a salon visit, you often feel ready to take on the day with a smile. I get it now. The salon is about hair, style, beauty, and even confidence.
Yes, James, and practicing English while you chat with the stylist is a bonus. It's a fun way to learn real life vocabulary while taking care of yourself.
And what about hands and feet, Emma?
That's an important part of self care, too. For hands, it's called a manicure, and for feet, it's called a pedicure.
I always thought these were just for women.